Okay, so basically, since the last tutorial, I have cut my fabric, and my husband's making me just a little nervous sitting over here to the side. But since the last video, I have cut my fabric and I have cut my interfacing. The interfacing is what's going to give your garment strength and durability as it goes through launders and things like that. For corset, you will be using interfusible interfacing. So to apply that, you'll get a damp cloth and you're going to put the interfacing with the coated side down, and you'll just put the towel. Let's see. Well, I'm using a towel here. I'm going to show y'all. Okay, so here's the fabric. Here's the interfacing. You put the damp cloth over the interfacing and you press the interfacing about 10 seconds. You do not slide the iron. You press. And I forgot a little section down here. Okay. And that's it. And Chris, you can come out if you want. Okay, so basically that was the last piece of fabric that I applied the interfacing to. So I've done previous ones, and like basically that's what it looks like. And if you take a look at the front, you can actually see where it stiffened the material out just a little bit. So then basically you just line the fabric up with the notches and you'll just pin those together. And as you can see, this is why I like using wrist cushions so much, because it's just more accessible than a regular tomato that sits on the table or a magnetic pin holder. You don't have to pin close, just pin maybe every 3 inches. And it's really important that with the corset, you line it up exactly right, or it's not going to position right on the body. So make sure as you pin it, both pieces of fabric are lined up exactly right. And notches are a great thing to use whenever it comes to pattern pieces. I've been sewing for 14 years. I've used patterns, but I've never actually cut out the notches, so I always had a bit of a struggle, stupid silly me, for not using the notches, because I was always getting confused wondering which piece is connected to what. But if you do cut out the notches, it will show you very easily which pieces are connected to what. That way you're not wasting time trying to connect the right pieces together. So I've got one more piece to pin. Right sides always go together. That way the seam is not showing on the right side of the fabric. You can see, like, that's the notch right there. It's just a little cut in the fabric, and you just match those up. Okay, I've got more pins here to the side. Sorry for the silence. I just do not talk a lot while I sew. So forgive me next time I play a little bit of music in the background. Okay, down to the last bit on this piece. And I cannot stress enough with corsets how much or how exact the lining has to be. Like the pieces have to line up against each other or it will not fit properly whenever you're done with the construction. It can be tedious, but you do get better with practice. I've only got one more pin in my sights, so hopefully it's gonna work here. And whenever you put the interfacing on, the fabric does become a lot more durable. So as you stick, it's gonna be hard at times to get the pins through. Okay, so I've got the entire interfacing done onto the front part of the corset. That's interfacing back. This is the front here. I'm gonna stop the video for now. Next video should be uploaded, I want to say within the next few days. You'll see me just stitching all of the front pieces together. I'm going to go out this weekend, buy the lining, show you how to apply the interfacing to the lining, get that stitched together. I'm hoping I can get this project done through the weekend. So until next time, snip, snip, snip.